you smile, always make you smile. Always make you smile, always make you smile.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be going to an amazing freaking place that I've been wanting to go to for a very long time. It is a hybrid of, based on what I've seen, I've never been to it. It seems like a hybrid of a food truck and an actual sit-down place. So basically it's a food truck that seems like it moves around a bit. I'm not 100% sure. We're just definitely going to head there. But this place is something that's been very highly recommended recently due to the video, especially ever since we posted that Texas barbecue video. And this is a Venezuelan barbecue place that you can come to Orlando and visit. And it is, I've heard, extremely delicious. So we really want to try this place out. Me and my wife are pretty excited. It's super hot outside. We're going to take the convertible out and see if we could go ahead and check it out. And see, you know, how comfortable it is, how good the food is, the amount, the price, and all that stuff, you know. So the place we're going to today is called Carne en Vara, which means meat on a stick, basically, where they supposedly cook everything, like they stab it through the stick and they kind of like rotisserie it, and they have like different types of meats, some fried things. But yeah, we're definitely gonna head over there. I'm gonna try to see if I can get 2, 3, maybe 4 different things from the menu. I'm not 100% sure, depending on the amount. And yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. I'm starving, can't wait to show you. Let's go. All right, what's up, guys? We are here, we made it. This place, well, according to my wife, because it's been way too long since I've been there, this is super Venezuelan style, so it's really like legit, really genuine. Very, very friendly. In a couple of minutes, we're gonna head to the back. We're gonna get to see how they make the steaks and like the meats and stuff like that on rotisserie style on top of a pit. I mean, I kind of got a glimpse of it already, but we're gonna go ahead and get to see it together in a few moments, but it looks amazing. So of course, that's their special here. That's the name of the restaurant, meat on a stick. So we're gonna be doing that. So in a few moments, like I said, we'll head back there. We'll take a look at how they make it, and we're definitely gonna get an order of that. So they do sell the meats by the pounds, but they also have different type of plates and different type of combos that you could do. We're gonna go with the plate number 3, which brings, I believe it's 10.5 ounces of the meat on a stick, as well as like yuca, which is like, I'm trying to remember the name of the yuca in English. Man, it's like a root, but it's really, really good. It's very similar to that of the potato, and then it comes with like a side salad that it comes with all together as well. And then what we do is we're just gonna eat as much as we can from it, and then we're gonna bring some home to some of our families because they love this, and they were all busy. They couldn't come with us today. The other thing is we're actually gonna order, or actually I'm gonna order a special soup that they have, which is called Sopa de Picadillo Llanera. And basically, it's, according to them, it's like a whole bunch of different things inside of it. Like it has, I believe, potatoes, it has yuca, it has the carne en vara, and then it has like fried pork and stuff like that they all put all together in it. They have a few other dishes, but that's like their main and specialized dishes here. We're also, to drink, we're gonna get something called guarapo de papelon, which is basically this, it's really delicious, but they have like this tree sap, or the sap that's like basically like brown sugar water with lemon, but it's something, it's a staple in Venezuela, agua de papelon, papelon con limon, and it's delicious, I'm telling you guys. It's almost like honestly, it's like brown sugar water with lemon, but it has like this very unique and refreshing taste, and it's really hot out. Nicely, they have a whole bunch of roofs, little tarps here, so you know, it kind of keeps the heat down a little bit, but it's still Florida, and it's still kind of, we're approaching summer, so that's really going to help us cool down. But we're about to order. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. We're going to go ahead and check the meat out in the back, and then we're going to go ahead and dig in. All right, guys, the first dish is out. This is basically what I was saying, sopa de picadillo. Thank you. This is sopa de picadillo. Oh my God, this is really freaking hot. They just poured it out for us. This sopa de picadillo is basically Venezuelan steak soup. It has steak, it has yuca, it has potatoes, it has some vegetables, but it also has something called, I'm trying to remember, it's called, I think it's, ¿cómo que se llama, gorda? Capocho.
Topocho.
And something called topocho, which is basically like the little baby bananas in Spanish, and it gives it like this unique flavor on the soup. But let's go ahead and check this out. It's really thick. All right, guys, this is it, sopa de picadillo. I mean, this looks really good. It's a pretty thick soup because of how stuffed it is. You have the carne en vara that we saw at the beginning of the video that I showed you guys. We have this right here. It has potatoes, it has yuca, it has some vegetables. Here's that banana that I was telling you guys about. It's called topocho. Oh man, I can't wait, guys. We have to dig in. This looks amazing. Go ahead and dig in. Oh my goodness. The meat has that char flavor from the flame. You get that delicious flavor of the soup. It's really hot though. I burned myself already. It's really good though. As I was mentioning before, the soup, if you look, I mean, it's really thick soup because of how stuffed it is with all the different ingredients. That steak has that delicious char flavor that just gets added into the soup. It has that creaminess from the yuca breaking down and just thickening the soup. You have the small chunks of the banana that adds a little tiny bit of sweetness, but not so much. It just makes it that perfect balance. All right, this right here, guys, is the papelón. This is really good. This is the brown sugar water that I was telling you guys about. Papelón con limón. Oh man, that's good. It has a good amount of lemon too. Let's get a straw because there's ice on there. It makes it kind of hard to drink without eating the ice itself. It's really hot outside though. Oh wow. That is delicious. My wife's saying the soup's really hot. It's really hot because this is so thick. It's really retaining its temperature because of the thickness of the soup. So like it doesn't, you know, in my opinion, like when soups, the more liquidy, like ramen and things like that, they tend to cool down quickly. So you want to eat them really fast and slurp them and stuff like that. But this soup is so thick, it's really retaining, and it's dark, so it retains the temperature a lot, despite the plate that it's in. But oh man, guys, so far the food is delicious. I can't wait for that freaking meat to come out though. You guys saw that. That thing looks amazing. It's nice, almost barked on the outside. And then the inside is just so perfect. It has that tiny bit of layer of the smokiness coming off of the actual tree trunks or tree logs that they're using on the bottom. Oh my gosh. All right, awesome guys. So while we're waiting for, it's really hot out. So I already drank the entire papelón con limón. So while we're waiting for them to get the meat and stuff like that and start cutting it, I'm actually gonna go back there and see if I can record them cutting and preparing our plate. They brought it out. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's a signature drink from Venezuela. And this is basically like the Venezuelan horchata, but this is, in my opinion, way better, way creamier. And it's based off of rice. It has also sweetened condensed milk, cinnamon, and it all comes together really well. You guys gotta check this out. All right, so it has this delicious, nice, creamy consistency. And it's topped off with cinnamon. You get this nice, pretty thick straw, so you could actually drink out of it successfully, because sometimes it has little tiny chunks of like either the condensed milk, or sometimes it has like little pieces of rice still, and it may clog up a small straw. So this is gonna really make it that much better. You could even see the condensed milk just like laid on right next to, or like right on the inside. Jesus, I can't talk today. On the inside of the cup itself. But let's go ahead and try this out, guys. Bottom up. Oh my God. Guys, hands down, there's a lot of Venezuelan places. It's really saturated. Venezuelan places here in Orlando, but hands down, this is one of the best chichas that I've had, because that's the name of this drink, chicha. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's really thick, and it has that topped off kick of the cinnamon, and it just all complements each other together really, really well. It's a lot thicker than horchata, but oh my gosh, it's our version and it's delicious. All right, guys, the food's finally out. I was watching the guy cut the owner cut the meat, and the juices were overflowing. I tried my best to capture it with the camera, and it looked so freaking delicious. You guys gotta check out how they filled this plate with food. This is definitely gonna be for both of us, and we're gonna take some home. And then of course my wife asked for a cachapa on the side, which I'll tell you guys what that is in a moment. But you guys check this out. So this is a cachapa for my wife. Basically, it's a corn-based pancake filled with cheese. The pancake itself is semi-salty and sweet because of the corn. And then the cheese, or I'm sorry, it's sweet because of the corn, and then the cheese adds a little bit of saltiness, and it gives you this perfect balance along with the cream that they serve on the side. They gave us this sauce for the delicious meat that I'm about to show you guys. This is called La Veguera, and apparently it's their signature sauce, and it's a secret recipe, but it's made from like peppers, parsley, and a whole bunch of different ingredients. It actually reminds me and my wife of something called wasacaca, but it's a very green-based sauce that they do in Venezuela for barbecues and meats. But then here's the star of the show, the meat. Just look at the juices in case I couldn't capture it with the other one. I mean, this looks so freaking delicious. The pieces are so nice and tender. It's cooked to perfect medium. You have the chunks of the yuca that I told you guys about, and you have some Venezuelan coleslaw, which we're gonna try in a moment. But I can't keep talking, guys. We have to dig into this. We have to check it out without the sauce just to see. But look at that. You can see it almost, the fibers just breaking apart there. But let's go ahead and try it out. All right, guys, I accidentally grabbed 2 pieces. I think that's okay. I'm gonna try to bite one and give my wife the other one. Let's go ahead and try it out. Oh my God, that is so delicious. The outside is kind of tough, like the very thin outside, because it's crusted, because it's over an open flame, constantly spinning. But the inside is very, very soft and tender. It's really delicious, and when you bite down, you feel all the meat juices just going, literally just explodes in your mouth with flavor. Because of the bark on the outside, and every single piece has some sort of bark of the outside, it adds this amazing smoky texture to the outside. I mean, if you look at the edges of the meat, you could actually see that very slight redding from the edge there. And the redding is like the actual smoke penetrating the meat from the open flame. But oh my gosh, guys. This is right off the main street, but let's go ahead and, All right, so my wife is gonna go ahead and try it so I can film it with 2 hands. She's gonna go ahead and put some of the sauce on that meat. And she's gonna go ahead and try it. All right, baby. What do you think? Is it good?
It's amazing. Very good.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and see if we can get a piece for ourselves and try that out as well. Remember, La Veguera, if you guys come here, you have to get some of this sauce, apparently. I'm gonna try it and let you guys know for real. All right, guys, with the sauce, let's go ahead and dig in. Oh, no. The sauce, it's really, really good. I can tell just from tasting it that it has parsley, it has cilantro, it has some peppers, it has a little bit of vinegar, so it's really helping cut through that delicious richness of the steak and just gives this amazing balance of flavors in your mouth. Oh my gosh. We're gonna go ahead and try a piece of the yuca. They look nice and soft, a little dry. Yuca tends to be dry. Usually that's why most places, like for example, when we went to Piocos, which is a chicken place from last year, they usually have it in its own water cooking, but then sometimes that causes it to break apart. This one, it seems a little bit dry, but I wanna go ahead and try it and see. You're supposed to put sauce on it as well. I mean, this sauce goes on everything. Oh my God. It's the perfect consistency. It is a little bit dry, not overwhelmingly dry like yuca normally is. But when we go ahead and we get a little bit of that sauce and put it right on top there. It just takes it to that next level, man. All right, last thing. We're gonna go ahead and try the salad and then we're gonna continue eating, guys. So let's go ahead and check this out. So this salad is basically coleslaw. This is what made me love coleslaw in the first place. The coleslaw that you have, honestly, my favorite coleslaw would be the one from Venezuela in a chicken restaurant, kind of like KFC, but it's called Arturo's. Let's see if this one measures up to it, because homemade coleslaw is usually the best. All right, bottoms up. All right. The coleslaw, honestly here, what it does is adds a little bit of freshness to the whole dish, because you have that rich meat, you have that rich and creamy yuca, and then the sauce just kind of adds that little taste of freshness and like kind of pop on the plate. It's not sweet coleslaw. It's actually pretty much salty coleslaw, but I promise you guys, it's really good. Having it right next to the yuca, and you get a little bit of that coleslaw. You get that balance of freshness with that balance of creaminess. And then you grab one of these small, tender pieces of meat. You put some of this delicious sauce on it. It's delicious. Another thing, another Venezuelan staple, honestly, I didn't try it, and I'm not going to. I know what they taste like. They're really good. This I had to try because this is homemade. And it's like their own little special twist to what I called Venezuelan guasacaca. But they have like, and this is any Venezuelan place you go, they always have like 4, 5, 6 different types of sauces. So they have their hot sauce, they have their garlic sauce, they have their salsa rosada, which is mayo ketchup, have people here say it. And then I believe this might be like a vinaigrette. Sometimes they have like a cheese sauce, other times they have like a jalapeno sauce, and different things like that. I was a little concerned with how the distance of the flame and the meat was. And in all honesty, I was expecting the meat to be a little dry. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been so wrong, and I'm so glad I didn't say anything before I tried it. But when it was on my plate and I looked down, I mean, like I said, the juices are everywhere. So let me show you something right before we end this. So this is really important. So this is all the meat, right? And like you might see this one and think it's like, oh, look, it looks dry. But look at this. It's been sitting on my plate, and like this is everything that's coming off of it. So if you think that's dry, I mean, first of all, you see me go ahead and press it with the fork, and like you can see the juices on it still. And you could always just like redress it with that. Add some of that delicious sauce right on top. If I've done multiple times, I can't get over the fact of how delicious the sauce is. And just kind of slightly pour it over. And then we're gonna go ahead and eat it. It's delicious, guys. It may not have all the choices that the Texas place has, but you're gonna get the top and best quality meat that you can find at a Venezuelan barbecue place. It's amazing, guys. I'm telling you, the description down below, it'll tell you the address where it is. It took a little bit to find because you have to park in a plaza where the restaurant's not at, and then you literally walk the sidewalk a little bit, and then it just kind of opens up into this open like courtyard that's literally the ground's made of gravel and dirt. You have like umbrellas, and you have like old school like picnic tables, and it's amazing.
I need to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Usually the people won't see it like this. It's very strange or very weird, like the place. Like it seems.
Like the setup.
Yeah, like the setup, thank you. But actually, that's how you eat. That's how you eat this type of food in Venezuela.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier in the video. My wife agrees with me.
All the places around, when you want to come and eat carne en vara, salad, arepa, like cachapa, all of this.
It's like, and the
Usually
places like this are the best.
Like this.
So in Venezuela, this is what it really normally looks like. And this is one thing that I said, and I believe I said this as I was entering the Vietnamese, a Vietnamese pho place that we had, and I think it was one of our first like 20 videos or 30 videos or something like that. I can't remember the name of the place, Hong something, it's in downtown Orlando. What I found out, and I think any major foodie already can tell you this, is the best places are the ones in like the weirdest areas, like where the restaurant doesn't look super expensive. And honestly, the most rundown places have the most delicious foods. And, and with common sense. We're gonna go ahead and finish this. We're gonna go ahead and finish this chicha. Like I'm already getting full, and there's a lot of food and a lot of meat left. Yep, you got some Venezuelan soda too, frescolita, if you guys want to try it. But we're gonna go ahead and enjoy this. I think this might end up being my dessert because I want to make sure I enjoy the food. But definitely, they have some dessert choices here you guys really need to try out. With that said, thank you so much for tuning into the video, guys. Definitely come and check this place out. This is one of my new favorite places. I'm so glad I finally came here. I'm so glad I was able to share this experience with you guys. But this is going to be something I'm going to be coming pretty often because the most insane part of it all is despite the huge amount of food, it is extremely affordable. And that's the best part about it, in my opinion. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys next Sunday. And until then, let's just keep on eating. Hey guys, I'm back. I know the video ended, but this is something I want to do out of myself, out of something a little bit personal for the channel. Because after we turned off the cameras, the experience that we had at that location, at that restaurant that you guys just saw, it really hit home, like, in a good way. I promise you guys, in a really, really, really good way. Honestly, I'm trying to do this video on the iPhone. I'm not sure how good the audio is. I apologize if I start looking at the phone. It's really hard to see that tiny little lens. I'm trying my best here, but I might accidentally look right on the phone. It's kind of hard to record with this. But with that said, guys, honestly, the experience that we had really hit home. My wife actually kind of teared up a little bit because me personally, as you guys already know, and I've already said it multiple times in the channel, I've been in the United States for the last 24 years of my life. I got here from Venezuela when I was 7, so I have really good memory. So because of that, I remember a lot of what was in my country and my experiences there, but I lived it as a little kid. My wife, on the other hand, she's been here a couple of years now, but she was able to live a lot longer in Venezuela and has a lot more experience with the culture and experiences there. And in all honesty, guys, despite me being out from Venezuela for so long, this is the first time in the last 22 to 24 years that I've been in this country that I've been able to go to any type of Venezuelan place and truly feel like I was back home, like I was back in Venezuela. It's really hard to kind of explain that to you guys. I mean, I'm telling you guys, the food was absolutely delicious, but the service just made the experience so unique, so amazing. I don't know. I could even tell you that the freaking service that they had made the food taste even better. I mean, they're the most humble, the nicest people that I have ever met in my life in a restaurant. And it's dumbfounding that I just now was blessed enough to even get to meet them this late. They've been around for 4 years, and they're slowly growing. They used to be a little tiny like trailer, and like they're still in a trailer, but it's grown quite a bit. And we got really lucky today because usually they're really, really, really busy. And like we would have been unable to go back there. We would have been unable to record them cutting the meats and things like that. And they were nice enough to even though they had just met me, they're like, hey, come on, like, you want to see, what it looks like? You want to see the process and how it's cooked? And I know other YouTubers do that, and this is my first time getting to do that. But despite that, the service, they're constantly checking in and you're saying, hey, how's everything? How do you like the food? Hey, and like give us advice. Like, in all honesty, they're the sweetest people I have ever met. And if any of you guys from the restaurant, because a couple of you guys asked about the channel, if any of you guys are watching, I'm just going to go ahead and say this in Spanish, guys, but gracias por el servicio. En verdad, me dio en el corazón, le dio en el corazón de mi esposa. Les agradecemos mucho. Sé que van a seguir mejorando y van a seguir haciendo algún día más restaurantes, más localizaciones. Y espero que nunca pierdan ese toque de amor y ese toque tan especial que tienen con la comida. Guys, thank you so much. I promise this is it for the video. I had to throw that thank you to them because I think they're going to be watching this video since I told them about it. And guys, please, if you're in Orlando and you guys really want to have a very, very genuine, authentic Venezuelan barbecue while you're here, I know there's a lot of Venezuelans all over the U.S. now, and I know there's a lot of saturation and stuff like that with your choices, but I promise you, this is going to be one of the best barbecue places you will go to. Guys, thank you so much, and as I said before, I'll see you guys next Monday. Take care.